Well, my problem says sketch the functions f of x, which is equal to 3 times 2 to the power of x plus 2 minus 5, and g of x, which is equal to e to the 3 minus x. I presume when it says sketch the functions, it means the graphs of the functions. And I can do that because I know what 2 to the x and e to the x look like, and I can transform them based on what the functions say about how they've changed. Okay. Well, 2 to the x should look like this. When x is 0, you should get 1. Exponential functions always cross at 1. And then when x is 1, I should get 2. When x is 2, I should get 4. And I should get a half when x is minus 1, and a quarter when x is that. And so it should go like that. Okay, but it's not 2 to the x. It's had some stuff done to it. So first it's got 3 times, so all of my y coordinates are multiplied by 3. So these things that were 1, 2, and 4 before are now 3 and 6 and 12. I reckon I can stretch them out when I draw the function properly in a second. Okay, so that deals with that. And then the minus 5 means the whole thing shifts down by 5 because all the y coordinates have 5 subtracted from them. And then this plus 2, replacing x with x plus 2 will shift the whole thing backwards by 2. So it's going to be easier for me to visualize that if I do it with a plastic sleeve. So it needs to shift down by 5. Just a second. I haven't got marks at all the ones now because I changed them. Actually, just a sec. I reckon it might be best for me to mark a few things. That point and that point and that point. And the asymptote is going to move as well. Okay, so down by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now minus 2. And then back by 2. 1, 2. Not exactly sure where this point is crossing, so I might just quickly do some calculations. F of 0, which is where it's supposed to cross the y-axis, is 3 times 2 to the 0 plus 2 minus 5. Now 2 to the 2 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12, so that's a 7 actually at this spot. And down here, I just want to check this point here. It was when x is minus 2. 2 to the minus 2 plus 2 minus 5. That's 2 to the power of 0, which is 1. So that is supposed to be at negative 2. Okay, so I can draw the proper graph now. This is supposed to happen at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all right, so my asymptote happens here at minus 5. And this point here is at minus 2, minus 2. That's this point there. And this point's at 7. So I reckon it's going to go something like that and down like that. Y equals 3 times 2 to the x plus 2 minus 5. Okay, and I'll just cross this one out because it's not technically y equals 2 to the x anymore because of this change there. So, all right, cool. Let me try the other one. Okay. E to the 3 minus x. I need to imagine that as something transformed. I know what e to the x looks like. That would look like this. So start cross at 1. They always cross at 1. And it'd be e when x is 1. And e is about 2.7. Yeah. So there's 2, there's 3. It's about there. So it will go something like this. Okay, so that's what y equals e to the x looks like. It's going to be a bit easier to me if I write it like this. Minus x plus 3, because then I can see that first to get from e to the x, I've gone e to the x plus 3, and then I've gone e to the minus x plus 3. I've replaced x with x plus 3, which should shift it backwards by 3, and then I've replaced x with minus x, which should flip it over. Well, let me get my handy plastic sleeve again. Okay, so there's my graph. And there's the asymptote, because that might move as well, so I'll just leave it like that. I might need to add some more bits to the x and axis just to make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, so the e to the x plus 3 would shift it backwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the replacing x with minus x will flip it over. So I'm just going to take that down and flip it over. So that which was at minus 3 is now at 3. I'm a little worried because this line here now looks like it doesn't meet the y-axis, but I reckon it will, so I'm just going to figure that out. Okay. Let's see, g of 0 is e to the 3 minus 0, which is e to the power of 3. My calculator says that e to the power of 3 is 20.08. A second, 0855, so 0809. Okay, so about 20. So I'm going to need to give myself a decent amount of space to draw where this graph actually goes. Okay. Doesn't cross down here, so I reckon I'll be okay. Like this. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. So here at 3, it's 1. Here at 2, it was E. It's about 2.7. I don't know what it is here, but it doesn't really matter. So it's going to go like that, this way. And up there. And then keep going up there. So y is equal to e to the 3 minus x. That's this graph here. All right, so I've drawn both my graphs.